Hello, Zuko here, and I am here with this month's Sketchbox. I believe this is the box for May. The art on the front here, if you can see that, is by Francis Enswer. You can see that there and follow them if you like this artwork. I have not looked inside. I have just cut the tape as usual. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, okay. First, we have some Derwent watercolors, 12 watercolor pencils. That's pretty neat. Comes in those colors down there. Next we have the thing that tells you what's in there that I'm not going to look at. The artwork by Jill Tuttle. You can follow their stuff there, if you can see it, without the glare. That's pretty neat. It's very pretty. Next we have YUPO translucent paper. Kind of cool. I don't know what that is for, but that's cool. Have that there. Then we have YUPO heavy paper. They're so tiny, it's so cute. Okay, next, another one. We got YUPO medium paper. And this tiny cute sticker, oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh man. I've upset my dog because I love it so much. Ooh, the Sketchbox sticker, of course. We got 2 stickers, that's exciting. And what brand is this? A Caran water brush? That's neat. Has a little button there that you press instead of just squeezing the tube. That's cool. Is that everything? No. What? What's this? A Watercolor Zig cartoonist brush for manga? Manga? I don't know. Okay, so it's got this cute little nib there. And then something on the other side. Is it black on the other side or is it still pink? Oh, it's got a bigger brush on the other side. That's neat. And I guess this side, the black side, is a brush tip and that side is a fine tip. It is alcohol ink, alcohol-based dye, quick drying and permanent. That's cool. Is there anything else? Oh yes, there is. We got this micron, size 08 in black, which is a size that I do not have. That's super cool. Okay, now I have to actually look in this box. Yep, just paper worms left. Awesome. Oh, that's so much stuff. I bet I could make something with these. I know I said that last month, but I really think I could try. Okay, so I filled up the water brush, which was super cool. This part comes out like a plunger on a syringe, and you just slurp up the water that way. Instead of having to like run it under a faucet or anything, you can just use it to suction water like right out of your water cup. So that's kind of neat. I've also sketched flowers in each of these just to try them all out. They're not great flowers, but I'm just testing things out. But first, I have a tester, one of these. I think this came from the medium one. It just kind of fell out. So let's see how everything fares on it. Oh, that is super pink. And these pens are permanent, so this also should not be wiped off. Okay, so the water brush has like a felt tip. I haven't used a water brush like that before. Okay, let's see. So the pink pen does not come up. That's cool. Now let's try out these Derwent watercolor pencils and see how these look. Okay, so as you can see, the colors on their own on this super smooth paper are not like very vibrant. I don't know if they would be vibrant on different paper, but let's see what they do with water. And I'm just super making this muddy, but this is a tester. I'm allowed to make mud. So they're kind of cool. They do leave streaks though, even after they're wet, even though this paper is supposed to be like wipe clean and like you can start over fresh and stuff. I don't know. Can I just wipe? I guess I can just wipe the color off. Let's try out these on some doodles of flowers that I did now. Okay, I have no real plans for this. I'm just going to start coloring and I will speed through this part so that you do not have to watch that. Okay, now let's hope that the water works. I know this is not the ideal surface for watercolors that involve a lot of water because it's kind of at a slant, but, you know, we're going to see how this goes. This is a very wet brush. I feel like it's picking up the pigment more than it's like painting with it. I feel like I've lost all of the vibrancy of the color, although a lot of it is just like sinking down to the bottom because this brush is very wet. I can't really control the amount of water that's coming out of it. As cool as it seems, I don't really think that I'm a fan of the felt tip water brush. I feel like it's very, very wet. Like there are just beads of water, and it's not like I'm pressing anything to get the water out. Like I'm down here away from the button. So it's just very damp, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't think I'd get the same beads of water if I used a normal water brush or a normal paintbrush. I'm gonna try a normal paintbrush out and see how I feel about that. That was on the YUPO translucent paper. Now I'm gonna try on the YUPO medium paper with a normal paintbrush to see if I enjoy that any better and have better control over the water that way. I have kind of stopped caring about how I color this because last time it just turned into a blob. But let's see if it's easier with this normal paintbrush. Not really sure I like this paper for watercoloring because it just makes everything really streaky because it keeps trying to lift off instead of, like, I don't know, doing normal watercolor things. Okay, I'm gonna try to go over that darker part and see if I can actually get it to look, yeah, let's try, not so crappy looking. And like, if I can layer on here, but this pencil doesn't really want to be dark at all. I guess that's better. I find these pencils are super scratchy, like, and not very pigmented. At least that dark one was not pigmented at all. Like, it's supposed to be a Prussian blue, but it's pretty pale, I think, to be a Prussian blue. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know if like all watercolor pencils are supposed to be this rough feeling, or if there are some that are like better quality that are smoother. I know I keep moving everything. But yeah, I don't know how I feel. Look at that one. It's just, I may have put my hand in it. Well, but at least I can just wipe that away. Kind of, more or less. I mean, it almost looks like it was supposed to look that bad. This one kind of turned out better, but the colors are not as saturated as I would want. Time to get to the YUPO heavy paper. I have no plans for this one. Let's see how I can make this disaster look. The answer is not very good. I mean, it does get the like streakiness away, but I don't think that the YUPO paper is really good for watercolors, if I had to be honest. Like, I mean, I know I'm painting at an angle, so everything is falling, but I just don't like how it moves things. You can't get, or I couldn't get a good gradient, though I wasn't using a big space and everything. Yeah, I don't know what I would use this paper for, honestly. Let's outline my sad orange flower. No. Okay, let's use this and like outline this flower, I guess. Yeah, that looks worse now. This right in the center of this flower. Make it just look so much better. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, I've given up. I'm not a great big fan of pencils, honestly. They were not very vibrant. They were kind of fun. Like, I wouldn't mind playing around with them to get some like nice pastel kind of looks, but okay, can you stop? No, okay. That flower is apparently going away now. So if you're not looking for anything that is dark and vibrant and you just want to play around with something, then the Derwent watercolor set might be for you. But if you're looking for like pigmented color, I would just get like a watercolor palette or tubes or something, because I think you would have way more fun with the watercolor medium if you had paints that actually worked and you could get better techniques with. Because this, like, even when I tried to layer on the Prussian blue there and make it darker, it didn't want to be darker. If you want to do a lot of darker work, it's not going to work for you. This paper I don't really like for watercolors. I think it was the Winsor & Newton makes those pigment markers, and I've heard that this paper would work well for those. But aside from that, I don't really know what this paper is good for. Obviously, the Micron's awesome. Microns are always awesome. I wasn't a big fan of the water brush, honestly. It was very wet. Cool idea. I will definitely be trying it out more before I completely give up on it. It just was so damp and like weird, because I've never seen anyone who wants to paint with a felt tip, or who wants to do whatever this is with a felt tip. So yeah, that's my opinion on these things in the box this month. They were not my favorite things, but they're fun to try out. I might continue to play with them a little bit just as I can. And yeah, I will see you whenever I do my next video.